Okay, this is Garrett. Garrett is my son. And
Zeus.
This is Zeus. Garrett's 17 and he was identified with Tourette syndrome around the age of 5. So you've had it for most of your life, right?
I've had it my whole life.
Your whole life, you're right, because you're born with it.
Mm-hmm.
That's right, because it's a brain-based neurological disorder, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right, so you can't help it and you're born with it.
You wanna go?
So let's talk a little bit about it.
Okay.
Tell me about what it's like to have Tourette's.
Well, it's not any different for me because having it is a lot of, I don't notice it. It's something that other people notice, but it's a part of me, right? I've had it since I was born, so it's not something that I can identify. Mentioning it or people noticing it and talking to me about it, that's what gets me to notice it and figure it out. But
So when we bring it to your attention.
But if you don't bring it to my attention, it's just something I do on a regular. Watching this video, you're gonna see me do it a lot more, like this one or blinking. But I wasn't doing those before the video.
That's right. So
Because I'm thinking about it.
A little bit of pressure on you so it comes out a bit more, right?
Mm-hmm.
What do you find the most difficult about Tourette's?
Probably when I was going through puberty, that was the most difficult. There's a few times where they were a little violent or a little frustrating.
Yeah, the tics. Sometimes you threw your wrist out by ticking. Your stomach went into spasms.
Those kind of things, right? But
yeah.
It's that was definitely the most difficult.
So, what would you say is the hardest part about having Tourette's?
Honestly, for me, I don't think there is a difficult part. For me, it's something that makes me unique. So I actually like having it because it gives me something like almost as of an advantage over other people because I have something that they don't, and I have a story that they don't. Right? It makes me unique, and I actually enjoy that part.
Do you think it's made you a stronger person?
It's made me who I am.
Yeah, that's a great way to look at it, Garrett. How do you deal with tics when you're in the classroom? So let's think about instead of now where you just basically will tell people, oh, don't worry, that's a tic.
So
when you were like in grade 6 or 7.
So back in the day, I used to hide it. I was, there's a few times where I was, I was going through that thing, which every young person does, where not even Tourette's, but, they'll have this thing and they'll try to hide it or insecure about it, but it's really not something to be insecure about. I mean, especially when you grow older, you'll start to notice everyone has something, right? Everyone has their difficulties, and this is just mine.
Right.
And so I learned to not hide it, but actually show it.
Yeah. You tell people right off the bat. That
Use it to my advantage, like taking videos.
Yeah, and you teach others.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you want everyone to know about Tourette's, and if they have someone in their class or in their family or in their life with Tourette syndrome? What do you want them to know?
Well, for one, it doesn't make you different. That's for sure. Most people don't even realize I have it until I mention it now. If I wasn't doing this video, no one whoever I'm taking the video for in class, they wouldn't know I have it. It doesn't change who you are. And it's something that instead of if you see someone doing it and just going like, oh, that was weird. You can go up to them, have a convo about it. Some people like me, I enjoy talking about it, right? Especially now.
If there was a student or someone you knew in a class that had it, that maybe didn't want to talk about it or would rather you just leave it be, what are some of the things you shouldn't do or say to someone with Tourette's? Don't
identify it. Don't, go up to them and be like, what are you doing? And that kind of stuff. It's a normal thing, right? Like everyone has their weird thing. And I guess in a way that's my weird thing, right? Everyone has that thing. And so the best way to deal with it is just don't address it if they don't want to be addressed with that.
So some people with Tourette's want you to just ignore it, and some people want you to actually talk to them about it.
Mm-hmm.
So you've got to kind of figure out if you know.
Just ask them. The best way to do it is just ask what they want to do with it, and then just leave it.
And then just leave it. So what's a message that you would give to someone who's younger than you who has Tourette's about their future?
Your future doesn't change just because of what you have.
Because you've gone on to graduate.
I'm a good example. I've done everything I wanted in life, with its struggles, obviously, and there will be more struggles you go through than the normal person, but in a way, it makes you stronger, and it has made me who I am, and no disability can ever stop you from what you really want to do.
That's a great lesson. Thank you.